Today in America, we are facing a challenge like no other. Our wallets are tighter than a billionaire's philanthropic fund, and even buying milk is causing people to really reassess their life decisions. We're all tired of hearing the back in my day argument, but when the hell did us millennials become the ones saying it? At this rate, I am well on my way to being able to fill my Ninja 400 up at the pump for $90. What the hell are we doing here, bro? Every company established in America are doing a fantastic job extorting money from the American people. And as we can all see from what's been happening with the ZX6R recently, value is taking a nosedive, while prices get to increase tenfold across the board. For motorcycles, if it isn't the MSRP, it's the maintenance cost. If it's not that, it's the cost of parts. And if it's not that, it's a subscription service that allows you to use the horn, the headlights, and the brakes. The scariest part of it all, with the increase in cost for these machines due to all of the safety features they're adding, just like cars, we are seeing a decrease in reliability. Very problematic because although I'm okay with the TFT, I never asked for a touchscreen dash on a motorcycle. One could argue that vehicle costs increase year over year due to the cost of parts to make them increasing. And then I casually remind them that I work behind this curtain in powersport sales, and you gotta work a little harder to fool me. Speaking of hard, times are hard. And my little channel is struggling. So do me a favor and like this video so I can feel accomplished about something. Because at this rate, another motorcycle is probably a pipe dream. But I digress. Of everything involved with the build and finish of motorcycles, it costs maybe a couple thousand for a manufacturer to build them. They store it in a warehouse somewhere, and when I want one, they sell it to a dealership who doesn't even have the common decency to pay for shipping. Which is pretty much like going to Walmart and paying shipping charges because you gotta pay their drivers to deliver to the store. Or like giving someone a gift and charging them for the mere thought because that's all that counts. Motorcycle manufacturers have subscribed to peak good old American corporate greed and are now doubling down on price increases because who's going to stop them? Every other brand is following the same trend, and now the affordable vehicle aspect that I grew up believing is now a thing of the past. You can get a beginner bike for a good affordable price these days, but even those are almost $7,000 or $8,000 out the door if you're not getting slammed with dealer markup. Motorcycles used to be a fraction of the price of a car. Now, most motorcycles cost more than a brand new Toyota Corolla from the year 2000. Need a truck to tow that motorcycle? Well, in the year 2000, you could have picked up one for the price of a Ninja H2, but in 2026, they're the price of the house that your grandparents bought back in 1950. Let that sink in. The problem with inflation is that the cost of living increases, but the cost to work stays exactly the same. We are seeing an increase in cost at a rate of about 10 to 17%, depending on who you ask. Also the problem. But my job in particular hasn't given anyone a raise since 2007. At this rate, the affordable hobby will be long forgotten because the next generation can't and won't justify purchasing a beginner motorcycle for $20,000 while only making $13 an hour. And I can't say I blame them. But if there's anybody out there who is listening to what I'm saying and can influence this, just know that we have a problem. But this channel is all I have for expression. And I want to go back to a time when the thought of collecting motorcycles wasn't a thing only meant for millionaires. For I think the second time in history, a Kawasaki motorcycle reeled back the price from the previous year, and I felt compelled to discuss it here. The new 2026 Kawasaki ZX-10R will be starting at $16,999 as opposed to the normal $17,999. The $18,000 price point is still there if you want ABS, but essentially the entire platform is $1,000 less than the previous years. Kawasaki hadn't reduced the price of a motorcycle since 2019 where the ZX6R was priced where ZX4RR is priced at $10,000. But it made me curious. Back when I was a kid, ogling at motorcycles as they blew through my neighborhood, how much was a Ninja ZX10R then? So in 2004, you could buy a brand new ZX10R for $10,999. By 2010, $12,999. In 2018, the ZX10RR was released at $18,889. And the same bike, not even 10 years later, is $11,000 extra. I'm not even trying to scare anyone, but if you don't see we have a problem here, you're a part of the problem. Does motorcycle prices bother you as much as they bother me? Leave a comment. I'd love to chat with you. But before you go, hit that like and subscribe button because I release videos every week.